City, but he's already feeling right at home. All 100 square feet of it.
Unless any of you guys have been living under a rock for the last couple of months, you probably know there is a new viral sensation moving into the online neighborhood. A new guy is taking over the entire TikTok game and honestly, just winning at life right now. The person I'm talking about is none other than Axel Weber. But who is Axel? How did he achieve all of his newfound success? And was he even deserving of it in the first place? Let me take you guys for a ride because this man's story is literally mind-blowing. At first, it seemed like Axel just randomly appeared out of thin air and then stole the hearts of millions. However, he has actually been making content for a lot longer than people think. He joined TikTok all the way back in July of 2019, and for the most part, he seemed like any other random guy making funny videos, not having a care in the world of who was watching. So from the start, Axel came across as just an average guy. He lived in Georgia and went to Western Governors University Online College with a degree in business management. And on his YouTube channel, you could see that he worked a job in a warehouse. However, after this, Axel decided to make a huge decision that would change his life forever. The story of Axel Weber really began to take off when he went to TikTok to announce that he had made the decision to move all the way from Georgia to New York City to pursue a career in acting, explaining that he had gotten an audition for a performing arts program at Juilliard.
Dun, 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 dun.
And if any of you guys don't know what Juilliard is, it's basically one of the most prestigious music schools in the world, where famous actors such as Robin Williams and Viola Davis went to kickstart their careers. And amongst the long list of successful alumni, Axel thought he could add his name to it too. Leading up to the audition, he would regularly post TikToks counting down the days, all while living in his super tiny apartment.
Here's what it's like living in the smallest apartment in New York. Wherever your expectations are, lower them.
Axel's apartment was a big reason of why he gained followers in the first place because it was barely big enough to even fit a bed inside. His fans loved Axel's positive outlook on his living situation, and everyone who watched him just seemed completely mesmerized about how this man never appeared sad or negative about anything. However, that was until the long-awaited audition.
Roughly 3 minutes until my Juilliard audition.
He obviously couldn't film inside at the time, however, he did a live reaction of his reply from the Juilliard school and posted it to TikTok the next day. But it was not good news. Juilliard had not accepted Axel into the school, which seemed like the first knock to Axel's positivity that anyone had seen. After posting the video of his Juilliard rejection, Axel received tons of influencers and celebrities giving him positive words of encouragement and supporting him. Obviously, this made the video blow up and Axel's popularity literally exploded, with him passing 1 million TikTok followers only a couple of days after this video was made. Following this, Axel's newfound fan base had an idea that would be very controversial. Thousands of Axel's fans decided to go and spam all of Juilliard's social media profiles, demanding that they let Axel in. And the school's Instagram comments were flooded. In fact, Juilliard's Google page actually was filled with horrible fake reviews in an attempt to force Juilliard to reverse their decision and let Axel into their acting program. The fans had absolutely zero chill. And some even ended up spamming a memorial post on Instagram showing their support for their favorite TikToker, which got a lot of people mad. After this, the hype around getting Axel into the school slowly died down when people realized how stupid and wildly inappropriate it was to try and defame Juilliard in the way that they did. Despite all of the controversy surrounding Axel's fan base, one thing that his fans did achieve was making him the most talked about person in all of New York City. As all of the biggest celebrities on TikTok had come to Axel's support, the New York Times decided to make an entire article about how his dream dreams had been crushed, and of course, about his teeny tiny shoebox apartment.
We just made the New York Times. When Axel Weber was rejected from Juilliard, the internet stepped in.
Axel Weber's hype just kept growing bigger and bigger as the days passed. And then, not long after the situation with Juilliard happened, he went back to his TikTok to announce that he had been offered a modeling contract with one of the biggest and most famous agencies in the entire world. But this was when the overwhelmingly positive display of love for Axel started to crack. And a lot of the comments came into his TikTok to argue that Axel never deserved any of the fame and attention that he was getting.
But I did get a modeling contract with one of the largest agencies in the world.
This crack in support was only opened up wider when people decided to try and do a bit of digging into Axel's past before he moved to New York. And what they found was shocking. What some investigators online managed to discover was that Axel was actually from an extremely wealthy family and allegedly one of the richest families in his home state of Georgia. A lot of haters started calling him stuff like an industry plant and a fake, as well as accusing Axel of pretending to be poor. Axel never addressed any of these comments and instead just carried on posting videos about what he was getting up to in his days as TikTok's newest influencer. His fans also once again came to his defense and explained that just because Axel's parents were rich, it didn't necessarily mean that Axel had a lot of money too, which could be true. For all we know, Axel could have been abandoned by his family or just decided to be completely financially independent. However, Axel has actually started to show his family coming to visit his apartment in New York on TikTok, so it is clear that he does at least have a pretty good relationship with them. Also, even if he was financially independent from his parents, it made a lot of sense why he always seemed so upbeat and cheerful. He was pursuing his dreams and had a wealthy family to support him if his plans were to completely fail. Now, that's exactly why a lot of people had a problem with Axel and his success, as they argued that while it was great that Axel was pursuing his dreams to be a famous actor, he was not addressing why he was making so many videos about how he seemingly had little to no money. On top of all of the claims that he was being fake, it was also recently revealed that Axel's sister actually runs a social media marketing company. This, together with the fact that Axel has a degree in business management, made people believe that it was all just a big setup to get him famous. In the end, it was finally concluded that Axel only got his fame out of pure luck, since he was conventionally attractive and massively benefited from something called pretty privilege. The situation with Axel has been recognized on TikTok a lot, as we see that some of the most famous people on the app are extremely attractive and get to star in movies because of it. All of this is exactly what Axel Weber has been accused of, since not only does he fit the conventionally attractive stereotype, but no one has actually seen him display any talent in the first place. For example, Axel auditioned to get into an acting program at one of the most prestigious schools in the entire world. However, in a Q&A on his YouTube channel, he actually revealed that he doesn't have a single bit of acting experience and has not even acted in a school production.
Well, I'm not one yet. Never even been in a play.
It finally started making sense as to why the love for Axel was turning sour, as he never mentioned the fact that he has no acting experience while also auditioning for Juilliard and trying to get sympathy from fans online. A ton of people also didn't like the fact that so many experienced models go to New York and try to follow their lifelong dream that they put in years of work for, only to have the door closed in their faces because someone with zero experience gets handed a contract instead. So with all of that being said, Axel Weber will always be one of the prime examples of pretty privilege. However, he still has a ton of people still supporting him, and his fans seem to defend him till the death. But the question of whether all of his massive success is deserved will always be a controversial topic. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to watch my next video.